Welcome, my Litecoin family. It is I, Litecoin Lawton, back again on this beautiful day. I have been gone. I was up in the mountains at my homie's wedding. We got him married. Shout out to Ben and Katie. I hope you guys are doing good on your honeymoon right now. Anyway, it is May 17th. My birthday's in a couple days, so that's awesome. Becoming an old man. You guys don't want to guess how old I am. Because I bought some Luna and it went to zero. No, it didn't go to zero, and I did not buy some Luna. But if we don't buy Luna now, then we are we idiots? I don't know. Things can go further down, in my opinion, for Luna. Anyways, the fear and greed index right now is showing a 12. You guys want to be greedy when everybody is fearful. That is the name of the game. And some Litecoin news. This is articles from yesterday. It's basically saying, buy Litecoin now at $60 because it's gonna have a pretty violent reversal right now, bullish reversal, and it's basically a buy for them. I would agree with that. Litecoin is very undervalued, especially with Mimblewimble coming out. Also, why is there so many goddamn UFOs sightings going on, and the Pentagon's going nuts right now, you guys? Like, this is kind of off topic, but seriously, like 400 new phenomenon of unidentified flying objects floating around. Like, that is just ridiculous. Some pretty interesting article about this new silver compound. Prevents bacteria in medical implants. I guess they're playing with this substance right now that's has part dopamine and 2 synthetic polymers, and it basically they call it safe, and it's apparently they can stick it under it. The problem with putting pure silver is that it gives up its positive ion, and that's what gives it its microbial property. But it can't go on forever because it starts actually creating this toxicity at a certain point. And also it can't, so it'll actually lose that ionic charge after a while, after the bacteria actually absorb that positive ionic, part of that ion, and actually kills the bacteria. So it's a pretty interesting article, but they figured out it's a new coating. I guess we're one step closer to being cyborgs now. So that's something to look forward to. Mark Cuban, he's basically comparing the lull right now that we're seeing to early internet adoption. And he's betting on a big bounce here. So that's encouraging. Some hopium, blow some hopium in you guys. Is that, Cuban is actually thinking that this thing's going to bounce pretty hard right now. So that's great. Let's get into the charts. We are having a rejection on the DXY, the dollar right now. And so that's good. This is actually looking like a bear flag here on the 4-hour. The daily had some real negative bearish divergences going on. So we're reaching this point here, the super bearish divergence, and the MACD is having a death cross right now. So we're seeing, this is on the daily too. So we're seeing some really good follow through on the dollar right now. Is that going to spell some good news for Bitcoin? The smooth and Higanashi does still have a strong buy, but you notice that Lux Algo actually popped a sell here. If you guys ever need, again, if you need any help with your setting up your indicators, or if you're learning charts, we all start off somewhere, and I just kind of started getting into it, as a byproduct of just kind of wanting to know how my money, what's going to happen to my money, instead of listening to the news, because the news, I found that I could I do better looking at the charts than following the news because they usually were late. A day late, dollar short, as the old saying goes. This is SHIBA, not Shibs. I think there's some new partnerships going on with their metaverse, but we are getting some pretty oversold conditions on the first time, and basically in Sheeb's life on the daily, we're getting this super deep oversold conditions. So are we looking at so I was looking at ETH on the daily. This is super oversold for ETH right now too. And these are some real good buying opportunities, but let me show you on the weekly on Bitcoin actually. So if you go zoom out here and then go to the weekly RSI, this is a really simple indicator. And this is like, these correspond to the best buying opportunities. Not this one right here. This is just like a bull market. I was trying to figure out, this is what it does actually in a bull market. The RSI just kind of does this like, pulse. This is real choppy. Bart Simpson. And then, it stays pretty overbought. So I just wanted to know what that's what a bear or a bull market looks like. Sorry. And then this is what a bear market looks like. And then these lows right here represent the best buying opportunity. And look where we are right now. We are coming down to these oversold areas. And, this area right here, especially, if you draw this line, like this was the and I'll kind of show you where this corresponds to the COVID dip. Okay, so which is an amazing buying opportunity, and also the 2018 Bitcoin capitulation. So we're reaching this really nice oversold area on the weekly that could be this potential amazing entry point here to at least 10x your money. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. I'm in the 10x game. I love I'm not the traditional Warren Buffett be happy with your 3% a year or whatever. Because inflation right now is 8.3%, you guys. We're paddling up the stream. You guys, we're the salmon paddling up the stream right now, trying to, lay our babies in some ancient creek, okay? And we got a lot of obstacles. We got bears, we got dams, we're jumping over rocks. But I hope you're swimming out there because if you're not swimming, then you're getting eaten. So, that's what I hope for all of you guys. I hope you all are having a nice swimmy day over there, out there in YouTube land. GameStop, we're in this in the meme downward channel right now. For Willie, we are reaching this bottom point of this trend line. So I would expect this area to hold and us to come back up here and at least test this 160 area. Doge, where's Doge at? Doge actually broke down out of this, out of the meme. I don't know, can I redraw it here? Or do I cheat on you guys and redraw it? Sometimes I redraw things just to see. I would say it probably did wick down below this thing. So I'm going to hold the candle body close on that one because it's kind of snapped back up here. If we actually come back and break this again, that's not super good for Doge. I would probably be a retest of a nickel here. So if it does break this line, probably this, if it breaks 7 cents again, 7.5 cents, then I can see a retest of a nickel, and that would be the next level of support for Doji. But on the upside, a retest to 15 cents would start getting exciting with a potential breakout. So we'll see what the dollar does right now, you guys. We'll see, you know, a few things with the Fed. Are they going to reverse course? If they pump it past 3%, the banks are going to die. No one's going to take loans out. And also the banks are also leveraged in positions that make them vulnerable to the market. So that's something that a lot of people don't understand, is how money is made or how money is being created through loans. And when you swipe your credit card, those are like the two times that money is created. And as far as US dollars go, right? So as far as currency goes. So it's pretty complicated, but I am actually going to do a chart. I want to do a flow chart of the way that I believe that money is created through Congress and the Treasury, through bonds, which are then bought by the banks, who then basically immediately sell them to the Fed for Federal Reserve notes / chunky cheese tokens. And then the banks can actually lend against those Federal Reserve notes. But if no one's taking out loans, then money stalls out. So then the Fed has to like start buying mortgage-backed securities and start buying other things out there. So the FANG stocks is something that they're traditionally like to buy. And then corporations. The thing that gets tricky is corporations can create bonds, like big corporations can create bonds. So that's when money starts getting a little weird for me, because they basically are printers themselves because they can create bonds. Silver is testing this low right now, this trend line. And I would expect another, bounce at least up here, to come up eventually in the next, couple of months here. This is on the daily, maybe do something like that, come back up here. Hood stand really low. What do you guys think Hood's going to do? I don't have any of this stock. I cover it because I have a couple buddies that do, but what do you guys think about this one? Really new stock, new crypto stock. If it is the bottom of the bear market, this is potentially a really good one. They have the new crypto wallet coming out supposedly has no fees. I was reading about. And they have they're trusting people with their own crypto wallets now. So very interesting developments. They're pushing to try to get out of just the exchange thing, maybe be an intermediary, more of a bank, even though they are pretty much a bank right now, right? So interesting developments with Robinhood. This could be a giant inverse head and shoulders, and the SPY is actually showing that, you guys, too. If you want to see a pattern here, this would be right, an inverse head and shoulders, and a break of this previous high would put us up here, you guys. We start breaking out. So if this is the bottom right now, and this is on the SPY, so I would say, if we get up to this, is good entry points here at 390. 450 is kind of like the 470 is your resistance zone. And then if this reverse head and shoulders actually plays out, then we're going to see a break higher here. So we'll definitely interesting, something that we're going to have to monitor. And that was brought to my attention from JBZ. So anything else that's worth looking at here? ApeCoin, I don't know about ApeCoin. It is a buy on the 4-hour. On the daily, we are on a sell. So go ape out there, you guys. I hope everybody's safe. Be safe and sound, and prepare yourself for whatever is about to come. I think that the Fed's going to have to reverse course, or they're going to kill the banks. So my prediction, A lot of people are cash right now, so there's a tremendous amount of cash on the sidelines, and I think we're going to underestimate where that goes. Litecoin Lawton out.